Alright, what's up? So it's been a while since the last part. So it's been just long enough that I don't remember what I was doing, or really how to play the game in general. So yeah, I should probably stop doing that. That's creepy. Yep, definitely some creepy ambience here. Those are statue legs, they're fine. It's just statue legs. I'm splashing, I'm a splashy boy. It's like playing in the big creepy tub. But let me we're playing in the big creepy tub in the room full of the big creepy statues. This is a nice room actually. How do I sprint? There we go. I remember that was a whole thing. I spent a long time not thinking I could sprint in this game. Sorry.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
It was actually very well lit, and I appreciate it greatly. Been a bit getting warmed up, getting warmed back into it, and yeah, it's hugely appreciated. I'm out of fuel in my lampy do.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Gonna get fucked up. Alright, good. There we are. Oil. That bad boy is X. A crowbar. A weapon.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Alright, well, time to move on. The lock is broken. Find another way to open the closet door in the guest room. Oof. See if I remember how to throw stuff. It wasn't that. Alright, you ready for this? I am gonna break the door down with a rock. It's occurred to me I might need to open this way and I just need to go somewhere else. Yeah, I think that. Wait, the crowbar. I just picked up a crowbar. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. See, I played too much Half-Life. I was thinking the crowbar was a weapon. But I forgot. The crowbar is also a crowbar.
the key. Please, let it be here.
It's in the room. I have no means to defend myself, so I better hide. I want to take a peek and see what it is, but that also seems like a bad idea. Is it leaving? Broke the door down, whatever it is. Ooh. Really mucked up the room other than the cabinet I was in.
4th of July,
Alright,
1839.
back to reading.
It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
So obviously the orb was created by some great evil. Maybe it was meant to contain, or perhaps it was a key. The only thing I'm sure of is that assembling it was bad. We'll just leave that shot, shall we? A lot of creepy stuff in here. Yeah, a lot of really creepy stuff in here.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Doesn't look like there's anything else for me in here. Ah, great. Another one of these. Alright, well, it's no wonder it's not lit up. Nothing to light up. And there's nothing spooky about it. To my most trusted student and friend, the most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I've been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. It was as it was told about, an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility. An artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Aldstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails when I finally found the cavern. I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but Fortunately, they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfs me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with the leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in pain, and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes, I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest in ongoing research into mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Allstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. So yeah, that dude. Whew. Had a bad time with the orb. The orbs are bad. I put my orb together, and that means the Guardian. The howling screams. They're all coming from me. All the doors seem to open towards me. It's been a real issue.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
We're going down. Far down. Okay, we're not going anywhere because it's not working. Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's this room. Machine room, and it's locked. Just like everything else in here. An important key is hidden in the guest room.
Thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then. July 1839. Today I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
I can't blame you. Alright. I'm sure there's some combination of up and down here that I have to go find. At least it's lit down here. Even if it is poorly.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
So he's having a rough time. Note that there are only 2 separate rods left in storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms, in case all 3 would crack again. Alright. So I need rods. Need 3 rods in here. And they're kept in the study rooms, but the study's all fucked up. Now what are you for? Gonna need this cog. I don't know why I'm still doing the voice. I stopped reading the note. Gonna need this cog somewhere. Alright, so there's gonna be 2 more cog wheels. And I'm gonna need to put those in before I can start that up. How am I doing on fuel? Yep, I'm about to be totally out. There's nothing in here. Oh yeah, dude. I suspected as much. I really need to get those cogs and rods first, though. Here's another cog. This should save my oil. Alright, one more. Since there's been one in each room so far, I suspect the last cog will be in the room at the top. I'll have to go back up to get it. I'm no fan of this place. Oh. Hey, I didn't even have to go all the way back up like I thought. Look at that. Making no sign of the rods, because they should be in the study. So that'll be a whole thing. Hopefully those go in my inventory or not. Hopefully I don't have to carry them like I did with these. I don't like the sounds. A note.
17th of July, 1839. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
Alright, obviously Alexander was lying about something. Otherwise I wouldn't have told myself to kill him at the start. Oh, I missed the outdoors. Alright, now. I take no pleasure in the howling of the dogs. That didn't happen last time I was here. Just keep away from the windows, shall we? Further disappointment. The Antiquarian's latest findings yield nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. That's dated in the 1600s. Now, I know this takes place a while ago, but it doesn't take place in the 1600s, I know that for sure. Does that mean this Alexander fellow has been around since the 1600s? Ah, tinderbox. Holy fuck! Alright, well. I don't think the bones are gonna work for the rods I'm looking for. Must be another way through all this. It's in the wrong direction, but I don't think it could be anything else. There's nothing else that I didn't explore. It has to be this. It does. It does feel strange and unnatural. It's not spreading in a natural way. Alexander. Alexander. I've prepared the explosives you need for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please, try to tell your featherbred servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I've arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids, and you are ready to go, Agrippa. Real pirate. Combined, Need more parts. There's a part in each of the other rooms, right? So, surely there's a part in here. No, if there were, I would have seen it already. So then, where is the last part? Where in the hell is this last drill part? Is it not down here? Do I have to go back somewhere else for it?
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
More shit that's blocked up. And I'm not sure this one's a wine bottle. Well, it's been nice while it lasted. That looks like the last part. Oh shit, that's a monster. Well. Might as well put the drill together. Alright, so back to the study we go. Got the explosive. Get through to the study. the back rooms of the study, I should say, get my parts, repair the elevator, get the hell out of here, stop recording this, watch something that's really happy, and go to bed. What? What the hell am I supposed to use the item for then? I gotta go back down there. Ah. Alright, well, if it wasn't for up here, then it was for down in the fucking storage room. So, I'm using it in exactly that way, just not in the same place. Also, how do I set it off? Barely conscious. Great. All the candles turned red. What a real mess this is. Can't see shit. By all means, there should be a door, if not an item over here. Oh. Oh.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
Well, in we go, I guess.
Oh, God, please, I beg you.
What is this? In case of a missing rod, if a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there is 1 rod in the inner study rooms which might work in the case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. But how do I get the 3rd lever out of the study? I can't get into the study.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's
This is new.
imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade
It's just
will
like
hurt much
before.
less than dying, I assure you.
That's new. Alright, do I go to the machinery with the 2 things? Or do I go to try to get the 3rd one? Because as far as I know, I have no way to get the 3rd one. I got the coal and the gears and stuff, so that just leaves the rods. Of which I have 2. And of which I need 3. So I do 100% need the last one. So this means I gotta get through the rebel somehow, but I have no idea how to do that. I guess I'm gonna just go back to it again. I tried the explosives, but that didn't work. Unless I have to make new explosives and try again. No, I don't have a thing. I can't make any more explosive. Wait. Is that oil? It's been here all along. I need to... Alright, well, first things first. I'm gonna put that shit in. This... What am I... Do I use something on this? Drill. Nope. Hammer. It's hammer time, alright. Tinderbox out here, huh? I guess I should have been scared away from this. Oh, this is weird being outside. Alright, make sure I know my jump button here. This is I guess I should have paid more attention to the wording of around. Because I was definitely trying to go through. The mended rod. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meter should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machines will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. Okay, so I guess that means my thing about having the levers on each number was not it. Alright, back the way we came. Something's out there. I think it's best we don't stay outside too long. I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff inside too, but... Fuck, it's just a dangerous world for me, man. Ah, the goop. The goop is starting to form. Bad juju. Bad juju. Alright, so first things first. 8 up and 8 down. That's what it said. 3, 3, and 2. That would make 8 up. What's that leave me? 6, 5, and 2. That's way more than 8. That can't be it. Alright, what about the inverse? What happens there? So that's 1, 5, and 2. Oh. Okay, not actually how I was trying to solve it, but it worked, so we'll just take it and move on. Alright, all rods are in place. Alright, shit's forming all around me. It's definitely a sprint time. Gonna run for that elevator. We're gonna get on it. quickly now. Very quickly. Come on, come on. Ah, stop being so finicky. Get me out of here. I'm on rails here. Literally, I'm literally on rails. There's nothing I can do. If anything scary happens, it's not my fault. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just atmospheric. It's just atmospheric. There's nothing to be done. There's nothing to be done. I can't do anything about this. This is just happening. It's just... Alright, so to wrap this up, that went well enough. We solved the elevator. We're done with that whole area. And if you liked that, well, I've probably already made more by the time this comes out. So, hopefully you liked it. And, yeah.